when this kind of volatility happens, right? You as an investor, you experience it directly. That is the best lesson you can get, because every year, right, there will at least be once this kind of volatility that you'll be facing. All right. So yeah, there will, like I mentioned, there is no need to FOMO, no need to fear of missing out. There's always opportunities in the market. Okay. So what's important thing is we focus on the fundamentals of the company and not on the price. If you are focusing on the price, you will always be affected by the markets, up and down 10, 20%. Okay. Let's carry on. Let's focus a bit on the mindset first, which I find is very important. Investing emotions. Okay. So when a stock goes from 10 to 20, it's 100% gain. Am I right? So when a stock goes from 10 to 30, it's 200% gain. All right. And then drops down to 20. In the end, you only make 100% gain. Right. Which one you will feel better? Can you pick one? This is one. This is two. Which one will make you feel better? Or which one will make you feel worse? You know, and you realize that actually both these results are the same. Okay, both these results are the same. All right, quite interesting, right? In terms of the investor psychology. No, I mean, Upstart can be applied. There are a lot of stocks are like that. All right, even CrowdStrike. I experienced a 40% drop in CrowdStrike before. All right, but what did I do? I checked the fundamentals again. They are still doing well. I buy a lot more. Okay, so that time I was shifting from my value kind of traditional stocks to SaaS. Okay, so let's look at the next one. How does it feel when you're facing a 20% decline in your stocks? Okay, I'm sure some of you have already felt it. You know, if those who are new, right, it's a good, I think it's a good lesson. It's a good experience. I would say it's a lesson. It's a good experience for you, because this kind of 20% drops you will face every year at least once in the market for any stocks that you hold. All right, it can be any stock, may not be all the stocks, but it can be any stocks. You will face at least a 20% drop. All right, every year at least once. It will not be a whole portfolio. It may be one or two stocks that you have. Okay, so if you can tolerate this, you have investor mindset maturity. That's good. All right, if you can't, this is the reality of the markets. You still have to stomach this. Okay, and it's very normal. It's very normal. All right. So just a bit, just to nail it down, what investors really want to see is, yeah, you buy at a low and then it keeps going up. Okay, this is ideal. Ideal, right? DEAL. Okay, this is ideal. But what you're looking at is these ups and downs that you are facing. Okay, these are ups and downs. You know, this down can be like a 30% drop, it can be 20% drop, and all that. Okay, so of course, ideally, you want to buy a stock whereby you can hold forever, and it forever keeps doing well, it forever keeps growing at 30, 40% or 20% forever. Right? If you can find a stock that can forever guaranteed keeps growing at 20, 30%, I would say, right, it is a buy and hold forever. Okay. But for investors, we always have to check the fundamentals. It's not buy and forget. It's not buy and hold forever. So it is always buying and verifying. Buy and always verify. Buy and keep verifying that the story is intact. Okay, so that's what we are doing. All right, and that's the most important lesson over here. Even if you look at Warren Buffett, right, he doesn't buy and hold a lot of stocks forever. All right, sometimes he will sell also. In fact, a lot of times he sold. A lot of times he buy, a lot of times he sell. Look at airlines. He sold airlines afterwards. He bought airlines. He sold airlines at a loss. He sold a lot of companies at, afterwards. Wells Fargo, he sold it all. He sold off. There are a lot of companies that he sold off also. Okay, so it is not buy and hold forever. It's buy and make sure the fundamentals are intact. When the fundamentals are intact or doing well, then you hold. All right. Most important. If you look at Upstart, you might see, wow, Upstart, is from, it listed at $20 or $30. All right. Now it's at $250. Okay, or 300. Now it's at $250. If it's at $20, right, it's at least a 10 times to 15 times gain. Am I right now? At least a 10 times gain. All right. But you can see, right, this journey is never smooth. Can you see over here? All right, in 12 Feb or to March 2021, How much did it drop? 54%. Okay. Is anyone surprised? If you look at this, anyone surprised by this that we are looking at? All right. So many times it did drop a lot. Okay. Same for here. I can tell you any stock. All right. You will definitely have this kind of drops. And in 1 year, how many times did it drop? Right. And you see, can you see over here from the peak down, it dropped another 49%. Are you able to tolerate it? Okay. A lot of expectation are built into it. You know, this is like quite normal. Okay, if you look at it. All right. And you look at the next chart over here. So this is where we bought. All right. You know, when it dropped, it was from here, it dropped down over here. This is where we bought. Can you remember? Can everyone remember? This is where we bought and then it ran up. Right. It feels as if, wow, Ching is a genius, but I'm not. Okay. I buy not because whether the price drop or what. I buy is based on valuation. So do I think that it will drop? Of course, I will expect that it will drop. And I have been preparing you guys. I'm saying, oh, what if it drops 20%? What if it drops 30%? Because I know that it will drop. Just that I don't know when would it drop. All right. So, and it's also very tough to time the market. You might see as we bought over here, you know, it went out over here. Oh, this is a peak already. What if I sell here? You know, I sell here around 280 or 250. You never know, it can still run up. Obviously, now it went down to 250 over here, over this zone. You will never know. And what if, you know, a few months later, it can drop down even more, or it can bounce and go up even more? We will never know. So it is very hard to time the market. I find it hard to time the market. For me, it's always time in the market, and I buy strong companies with strong fundamentals. All right. And I find that Upstart story is still intact.